A problem well defined is a problem half solved, meaning that if we can well define what pornography addiction actually is, we will have a much easier time knowing how we can deal with it. So, what is pornography addiction? There are two official classifications of diseases or disorders. One is from American Psychiatric Association, also known as APA, called Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM 5th edition. The second one is from World Health Organization, also known as WHO, called International Classification of Diseases, ICD 11th edition. When we take the term pornography addiction and search through these classifications, we arrive to a problem that these classifications don't recognize the term pornography addiction. In the DSM-5, there are no even a slightest mentions of anything like this, and the closest thing we have is in the ICD-11 in the number 6 of mental, behavioral, and neurodevelopmental disorders under the category of impulse control diseases called compulsive sexual behavior disorder, CSBD. The compulsive sexual behavior disorder, also known as the CSBD, is defined as persistent pattern of fail to control intense, repetitive sexual impulses or urges resulting in repetitive sexual behavior. The CSBD is not considered as an addiction, even though it behaves like an addiction. Physically changes your neurological structure in your brain like an addiction, shares similar symptoms with other types of addiction, but it's not an addiction. It's a compulsive sexual behavior disorder. And if you are asking how to treat compulsive sexual behavioral disorder, we can treat it with therapy methods. Some of these therapy approaches are cognitive behavioral therapy, also known as CBT, which is the best therapy method we have discovered so far. Another method is through acceptance and commitment therapy, ATP, psychodynamic or trauma therapy, or therapies like a group therapy or support groups. These approaches are normally done by a professional, an expert who can identify the underlying problem, assign the appropriate approach, and control the conditions of the therapy sessions. But because I don't consider myself as an expert yet, and you're already here, so I'll just give you the sauce and these methods and techniques you can try for yourself and see how they can help you. Beware that you are not forced to do them, but you can. Even though the term pornography addiction is not recognized in any official classification, still, what is pornography addiction? Let's make our own definition. We got two words, pornography and addiction. Pornography is defined as sexually explicit writings, images, videos, or other material whose primary purpose is to cause sexual arousal. Addiction is defined as persistent and intense urge to use a drug or engage in behavior that produces natural rewards despite substantial harm or other negative consequences. So when we combine pornography and addiction, we get that pornography addiction is any content or material whose purpose is to make you sexually aroused and give you persistent and intense urges to consume more of its kind despite its negative consequences. If you want to know what are the negative consequences of yielding to your urges, which most likely you'll already experience, in the next chapter I'll introduce you to them and specifically how they are affecting all of the four aspects of your life: your body, your mind, your relationships, and your sanity.